Hi everyone! I hope you're doing great on this beautiful Monday. Thank you so much for tuning in, and as always, a very warm welcome to Meghan and Harry Tales, hosted by yours truly, Adrian. Now, grab a cup of tea or your favourite drink, because today we've got a fiery update that's sure to rattle the royal rafters. Prince Harry has just issued the most epic clapback to Prince William and his crew, those same people pushing the narrative that Harry is somehow afraid of William becoming king. Well, sit tight, because Harry is not having any of it, so let's get into it. For the longest time, the UK media, and let's be honest, William himself have been circulating stories that when William becomes king, he's going to strip Harry of his titles. Worse, they've claimed that even Prince Archie and Princess Lilibet will be stripped of theirs. That's been the go-to-talking point from William's camp, as if they think they can intimidate Prince Harry into submission. But Harry? He's finally responded, loud and clear. Just the other day, controversial royal author Tom Bower, that Tom Bower spoke to the Mirror and claimed that King Charles and Prince Harry are still far from reconciliation. According to Bower, they may never meet again, and whether they will even speak again depends on how long Charles lives. He even suggested that the only way Charles would see Harry again is if Harry behaves. Now let's just pause there. Why is it okay for people like Bower to publicly speculate about King Charles's health and life expectancy? But when Harry made heartfelt comments about the King's well-being during his own interviews, he was dragged by the media. The hypocrisy is astonishing. Anyway, Bower went on to say that Harry is seriously worried about what will happen once his father dies, that William will essentially banish him from Britain and strip him of all relevance, that he'll become a persona non grata. Honestly, this is laughable. If Harry were truly scared of William, wouldn't he have tried to make amends with him by now? But no, Harry has consistently sought communication with King Charles, not William. That silence between the brothers says everything. Harry isn't worried, he's moved on. Let's be real. William has shown time and again that he can be petty, petulant and vindictive. And if he acts out against his own brother once he's crowned king, the world will see him for who he truly is. Do we honestly think that's going to reflect well on him as a monarch? Of course not. Now here's where things get really interesting. Bower claimed that Harry needs a meeting with Charles to establish his credibility in Britain and stay connected to the royal family. But the palace won't let him have access, fearing he'll exploit it for PR. Essentially, they're accusing Harry of playing the press game when it's always been William and his circle who run to the tabloids with leaks. Let's not forget that the so-called peace meeting between Charles and Harry was first leaked to the Daily Mail, one of the most notorious rags out there. That tells you everything about where the PR is really coming from. That wasn't about healing, it was about optics for King Charles. So how did Harry respond to all this nonsense? According to a GB News article, yes, even they couldn't deny the truth, a spokesperson for Prince Harry fired back. In response to claims that Harry fears being banished by William, the spokesperson said, "It's funny how the people who know the least about him always have the most to say." Now that is how you clap back. Epic, dignified, brutal. Let's break it down. That statement isn't just directed at Tom Bower. It's a message to every so-called royal expert, every palace insider, and yes, even Prince William, because none of them truly know Harry. They only know the version of Harry they've invented to serve their own narratives. The myth that Harry and William were once inseparable brothers is just that, a myth. According to many sources close to the Sussexes, Harry and William were never that close, even before Meghan entered the picture. And William? He's been showing for years that he knows very little about the man his brother has become. These people talk as if Harry sits around in Montecito biting his nails every time William coughs, as if Harry is living in fear of his brother's future reign. That's not just false, it's delusional. Harry has taken on the establishment. He sued the British press. He challenged royal convention. He spoke up about mental health, trauma and racism within the institution. He's hardly someone who hides in the shadows. This is the Ginger Avenger, the man who stood against the most powerful media empire in the UK. The man who walked away from privilege for peace. Does that sound like someone who fears Prince William? And honestly, if William thinks Harry cowers every time he speaks, then he's clearly more out of touch than we thought. Let's also not forget, Harry's popularity continues to soar globally. Meanwhile, William finds himself constantly rattled every time Harry makes a headline. Remember when the King Harry peace meeting made the news? William reportedly complained that it ruined his and Kate's day at Wimbledon. Yes, you heard that right, Wimbledon. Apparently just the mention of Harry outshined the Prince and Princess of Wales at one of their rare public outings. How insecure do you have to be upstaged by your brother's attempt at reconciliation? Even social media saw through it. One user on X, formerly Twitter, said, "Maybe I'm missing something as an American, but isn't it bad press for William to act like his dad wanting peace with Harry is some betrayal?" Exactly. William looks petty every time Harry breathes. That says more about William's insecurity than anything Harry is doing. And let's be honest, what else can William do to Harry? He's already lost Frogmore Cottage. The security was stripped. He's no longer a working royal. Titles? They're symbolic at this point. Stripping them won't make Harry disappear. It will just prove how insecure William really is. If William tries to punish Harry further, it'll backfire. The global audience will see him for what he is, a man obsessed with power, silencing the one family member who dared to walk away. Because here's the truth. William is terrified of Harry's star power, and Harry? He's not scared of anything. So what do you think? Has Prince Harry finally silenced the doubters once and for all? Is William just showing his fear of being outshined by the Ginger Avenger? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I love hearing what you all think, and the conversations we're building here are what make this channel so special. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more truth-telling royal commentary, and share it with fellow Sussex supporters who need to hear the real story. Until next time, I'm Adrian, and this has been Meghan and Harry Tales, wishing you a wonderful and amazing week ahead. Goodbye.